And good evening, East Africa. Welcome to yet a brand new week of The Desk. Remember, every time it's Wednesday, it's all about The Desk. Now, thank you very much for always keeping yourselves glued onto U24 television. We trust that every time you watch U24, you're inspired, you're motivated, and above all, you are educated. Like tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be somewhat a very inspirational episode because the ladies in the chair today, the fashion designers, and I tell you, like the saying always goes, educate a girl and educate a nation. I like to talk to the girl child because I put a brick on educating the nation. Now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisami. Now, thank you very much for always keeping yourselves glued onto the continent's leading intellectual platform, actually the highest platform for solution finding, The Desk. Now, if you're a girl child or you're a parent to a girl child, you better sit back, relax, better you lean forward because the ladies in the chair. I have Vivianna Zoe girl, and I also have Duhtah House of Fashion proprietor. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you guys doing? I've just been seeing you guys on social media. Now I can know you're real. Now the ladies over here are fashion specialists. But I'm gonna first of all ask to you. I'm gonna start with you, Zoe girl. Does fashion really have money? Ebyaddala nga tuvude mbino omanyi mutulimba limba nnyo. Mbo I'm passionate about what? Let's put that aside. Does fashion have money?
Yeah, fashion does. It's actually a multi-trillion-dollar business.
Multi-trillion-dollar
Yes,
business.
it is.
How do you guys make your money?
Of course, through clients giving us orders. It depends on how you make the clothes because you have to give them the best. Yeah, that's number one. Number two is we dress people. That's what we do for a living, and every human being needs a clothing or needs clothing. You need a pair of trousers to come to the desk.
Correct.
You can't come naked.
You pick a trousers of 30 bucks.
Yeah.
Now when I come to you, you're going to tell me now this is over custom made, over 150k, those things.
It depends on the actual design that you want. Yeah. If you don't want to look like everyone else and you want a special or a particular kind of design, you come to a designer, a fashion designer to make that for you because that's what we do. We make you look unique and different.
Perfect. All right, now, Duhtah House of Fashion. Just take us through what inspired you. How did you start? Is it a childhood thing? Did you study that in school? Just take us through.
Well, I've always loved to do fashion from way back, but it started shaping out actually when I went to university at Chambogo University.
Okay.
And I had an opportunity to be the face behind the static fashion show that happened way back in Chambogo, and I was also part of the waste management.
What's that?
It's more like you're using waste to create fashion.
Okay.
Yes.
The waste. Okay.
Yes. So it's during that time that actually I realized that I'm more interested in fabric because fabric was giving me a different feel. Like it was speaking to me every time I engaged with fabric. It spoke to me.
Let me take you back to the waste. When you talk, it's disturbing my head and also maybe the people watching. Waste cutting out wambala za kasasiro.
Yeah, it was more of like recycling.
Oh, recycle.
Yes.
So you recycle it, you process it. Because I'm thinking about it. Okay, nganyambala ngoe za kasasiro.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it can
Straws.
be plastic,
Okay.
it can be straws.
Okay.
That's what waste is.
All right, I get it. So after campus.
Yes, after campus, I decided to take the route of fabric because it was so amazing, and that's the way I would be relatable to people.
Okay.
And given that I have a very creative mind, I find myself trying to look for solutions to different problems that are affecting the community. So I came up with the lactating mothers fashion, whereby a mother is able to is able to breastfeed in public without exposing their bust area.
Because do that.
Yeah, it has special features across the bust area, and so you can be able to breastfeed in public area.
On that point, actually, I want us to slow down because my producer King Tiger, you remember when you were young? It's very scared to sweat. So how would a lactating mother like what is kind of design is that? Will the child enjoy the breast? Like I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, definitely they will, because now there are zippers, either zippers or it's an overlap or something across the bust area. But then the unique bit about it is you always have something to cover up, so that when you pull out the breast, it is not seen by the neighbor. You get it? So you can comfortably have, maybe you're in a corporate place or you're covering. Let's say if you're in a taxi, you're able to breastfeed the child even without, having to be scared that someone is going to look at my.
How are Ugandans adapting to that?
It's actually doing well because the corporate mothers, they are finding solution in a problem. You get that has
absolutely,
been
yeah. I see it as a solution. Corporate because these are people in the taxis, taxi, like, okay, way back when I used to use taxis, like, you're seated there, you know how we are, the youth,
and someone pulls it out,
and she pulls out her breast and starts breastfeeding the child, and you're thinking, really, next to me. So I think this
I do think there is a solution to every problem.
Yes.
Now, with the corporate people, I think that comes in terms of pricing. But even with the people with low income, we can always find something for them.
I think so.
A fashion designer is a fashion designer.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it just you just work according to someone's income.
Exactly.
But everyone's problem when it comes to the breastfeeding, everyone's problem can be solved. That particular problem can be solved.
Actually, that's what I was saying, because people who my following people bali chibuli chikuwa mtwe, we are assuming katwe, and they're watching us we are bay. No, you also have a chance material. Because Duhtah House of Fashion has you sorted. I think you'll have to lower down the prices for Muntu Awansi. Vivian, how did you start?
With fashion?
Yes.
When it comes to fashion, it started when I was young. I knew exactly what I wanted when it came to clothing, when it came to shoes, even the hairstyle. Then my mom was my role model, because for some reason she knew exactly what I wanted. Like whatever she bought for me, I loved. Unlike my dad. My dad didn't have So then, back then, my mom used to take me to the salon with her to do the hair. And I remember when my dad used to say, "You are spoiling.
Omono, I get it.
Yes. But my mom, it's as if she knew what I was called for.
The men never get it, do we? Do we always get it? Like, we never get it.
If you get it, but not all of them. Most of the men don't. So, yeah, it started like that. And I remember when we were young, tantala.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you, I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you guys
remember
know.
the baggy dresses for the girls.
Yeah, the round dresses. I remember one day my dad bought for me and my sister, who follows me. They were the same clothes, but different colors. I cried the whole night. And
Why?
The next day was Christmas. I didn't like them. For some reason, I loved, body hugging, like shorts. Not that.
What age are we talking about? Like 4, 3?
We are talking about 7 years
7,
old,
okay.
6 years
That's
old.
like primary 1.
I hated those clothes. Another thing is I never wanted to look like any other person.
Okay.
I loved uniqueness from way back.
Okay.
So yeah, throughout my school, and I joined the university, and I started working. I started working in a corporate company, and I remember I used to buy the same clothes as my workmates from the same places. But what made me different is I used to have a personal seamstress.
Okay.
So I would take to her.
Seamstress are the tailors?
Seamstresses are the ones people call tailors, but tailors are different.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would tell her exactly the changes I wanted.
Okay, in the particular outfit.
Yeah. So I would come to work and people ask me, where do you buy your clothes? Little did they know that I bought in the same places that I stayed. So I never told them. I had the art of fashion in me. I'm a fashion designer. So I don't want to look like any other person.
Correct.
After I started with modeling, that's how I joined the fashion industry.
You were a runway model?
Yeah, runway model. So I used to do the part-time. My part-time job was modeling. But even with modeling, it's not something I really wanted, though it was part of the fashion industry, but it's not something I really wanted. I wanted to do fashion and design. So while I was there, two years down the road, I quit my job.
Okay, on that point of you quitting, just right there, of you quitting your job, I'm going to go for a short break, but when we come back, we start. You're quitting a corporate job to go for passion.
Yes.
If it was in my family, now you're still a lovely audience. Do not go where the desk returns in a bit. We are at Nile Avenue and we're live. And welcome back. Now, if you're just joining us, I'm afraid you've missed the very first insightful segment of this very lovely episode of The Desk, where we are with two lovely ladies telling us about fashion. And actually, we are anticipating that 2 or 3 of you will get inspired down there. Now, you can follow this very lovely discussion on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do it for Shadrach Kisame and do it for U24 Television. Now, if you have someone and they're not on TV or they're in diaspora, call them up and tell them that The Desk is live on Shadrach Kisame's YouTube. Now, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell for notifications, just that in case anytime we put up an episode, you will be the first to know. Now, if it's Wednesday, it's all about The Desk. Vivian, you were telling us you had to quit your job because you felt like you loved fashion so much. Were you in your rightful senses?
Very, very much so. Before what led me to quit my job, apart from the passion, one day I was serving a very old woman at work in office. I was changing her database. And she looked one who cannot even know anything about fashion. Like who can't literally differentiate between the kind of makeup actually we do. Every woman does that, but this one, literally, you would look at her and know this. She knows nothing about fashion.
Right.
So she looks at me, and then all of a sudden she asks me, "Who made you up?" And I told her, "It's me." But in my heart, I was wondering. Then she asks, "Who did your jacket?" And I said, "I did." And she said, "Do you know you're in a wrong place?" Now, when she said that, that was like my turning point.
Eye opener, like, wake up.
I just woke up one day and quit my job. Wow. And I didn't have any plans at that moment. But all I knew is that I wanted to pursue what I love.
Did you have any savings?
I didn't have any savings. I had 100,000 on me.
My goodness.
That day. So what I did, I left work, went to the salon. I love looking good, so plaited my hair.
Clearly.
Yeah. Plaited my hair. And I remember after that, I went to church. I remember praying to God and I told him, I don't know what's next for me. But all I know is that I want to pursue what I want. And that's fashion. And I think a few months down the road, I opened up a shop in Kabalagala.
Okay.
And I was selling jewelry and clothing.
So you had savings then?
No, I got the money. Not really saving, but I got the money. Yeah. So I started up a small shop, not really a big one, and I started selling clothes and jewelry. So few months down the road, I went back and studied fashion and design. I had to pay for myself and did fashion and design for about 6 months.
As a course?
As a course, because I wanted to learn. So yeah, that's how I started in 2015. I graduated.
Wow.
My 6 years. So I started that's how I started my journey in fashion. And 2016, I met a man of God in 2016. And that man of God is called Prophet Elvis Mbonyi.
Oh!
And I did not know anything about him, but I remember I was hustling so much then because I wanted to be a great fashion designer. I wanted to be someone in this industry. But at that time, everything was like this. So they tell me about this man of God, and I remember the first day I went there, it was point of contact.
What's that?
And I asked my aunt, what's that? My aunt is now not talking to me. She's like, Or when you go for point of contact, carry what you really want at that moment for God to do for you, lift it to God through the man of God, and you'll receive it. So I had had written something down about fashion, what I wanted to do and everything. So I lifted it. And 6 months down the road, the man of God gives me a prophetic word. And in that year, which was 2017, he actually ushered me in this industry.
Before I come to Duhtah, Omanye, you guys, I've had some colleagues of yours. Abasabi, they were Prophet Mbonye.
Yes.
And they keep, I don't know, there's something they try to portray. But I'm going to be honest with you. You went to school for fashion.
Yes.
You had the passion for it. So what did he do? Like, everything was sorted out, guys. Everything was sorted out. Wagena no summer fashion.
Yeah.
You had passion for the fashion.
Yeah.
So what did the man of God do
I
then?
really didn't know my direction in fashion.
Okay.
Because fashion is wide.
Okay.
You can't do everything in fashion. But through the man of God, I got to know what exactly I need to do in fashion. Yes, you can be a fashion designer, but you can't do everything, because even with fashion designers, they specialize in
different
things in fashion.
Right.
So I didn't have that direction.
Correct.
And that's the direction I got.
That he gave you. All right.
That he gave me.
I'm not going to argue. I'm just Shadrach.
Yes.
Coming, like your assessment, just your assessment, the fashion industry of the country comparing, because I know all these designs, I mean, they are not invented here. It could be Germany or the UK or the US. What is your assessment in line to that? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, is there any life in our fashion industry?
Actually, there is, because there's a new breed you get, especially that has been nurtured in the fashion revolution. You know, and this new breed is bringing things that are new.
Okay.
You get it? We are not getting things from somewhere else. We are getting things from deep within, you know, from the spirit, and then putting things out.
From the what?
From the spirit, like deep within us. There's that passion.
Because when you say spirit, now someone who is watching, you know, there's a young girl watching there. She's following all your things. And now when you say the spirit, she's like, now what spirit?
Yes, from
Spirit
deep
is
within.
the inner man.
The inner man.
inner you.
Yes, there's that thing that causes you to create.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
Yes. So we are evoking the inner most, you know, abilities of ours to create those garments that are unique, that are out of this world. So that when you put it out there, everyone is like, wow.
Okay.
This is not, this is not just copied from here or here. And that is why the Fashion Revolution Expo is here. And we are having too much, like, in store for you.
All right. Actually, we're going to talk about that in the next segment. But a girl is watching you down, and probably she likes your jacket. And probably, you know, she's... Aliye maybe alikuchalani cheo in Chikuba Mutwe somewhere down there, or in Chibuli, Kabalagala somewhere down there. And they want to be like you. Any 2-3 tips?
2-3 tips. You can believe in yourself. And at the end of the day, you need to take steps. If you have a passion for something, just go for it. Don't be afraid to risk. Just go for it.
Vivianna, there's a parent out there who is forcing their child. Fetukola law, fetukola engineering, fetukola medicine. Now you're going way or going astray in fashion designing. Talk to that parent who is watching.
Now, when I talk, in fact, I'm also talking to my dad right now. He doesn't understand things of fashion. One thing I need to tell the parent is fashion and design is a profession. It's not a waste of time. It's a profession. Bifuna. Tubifunyemu waddo tulaba kati. Bifuna. They just need to let the kids pursue this if they want it. Because there are people who are called to dress people. You get? that is what you're created for. Dress people. Otherwise, if fashion and design of fashion was a waste of time, people would walk naked. Because what would be the need of coming up with these garments, making them to cover up, for us to cover up? It's not just about style and everything, but even covering up.
Correct.
Because you can't walk naked. So it is a profession, and if your child wants to pursue fashion and design, I tell you, it can not only put food on the table, it can do much more.
Much more. All right, now Vivian, Zoe girl, right there, just told you fashion can actually do much more than just put food on the table. You can build a house, buy a car, and get everything you've ever wanted. Now we are going for a short break, but do not go away. We are still at Nile Avenue at Nakasero Hill UBC headquarters. Do not touch your dial. We're coming back. And welcome back. Now, this is actually the last segment of this very lovely episode of The Desk, where we're actually talking about fashion. And I'm telling you, the tips that the guests actually give you on The Desk are very applicable. Now, if you choose to pick a leaf or two, you can actually change your life. It all starts with your imagination, your thinking. Change your paradigm from the tips that they give you. Now you can follow this very lovely discussion on social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do it for Shadrach Kisame and do it for U24. Now the number on your screen is not for you to call to get to the guests, but it's for you to call to advertise and feature on The Desk. Now sit back, relax, better yet in forward, or even stand up, because The Desk has 10 minutes to go. Ladies, I must admit, last year I actually attended their event. It was at Ntinda Complex. Yeah, it was at Ntinda Complex. You guys showcased a lot of things. I was in Kamoli.
Yeah.
I attended as in Kamoli. I watched. There were too many. But what impressed me the most, I must give you feedback, was the plus size models.
Wow.
Exactly.
The plus size designs.
Exactly.
I think people come up with those things because you see, when you talk about models, people think that our like my producer here is trying to imitate the smaller girls.
The slim girls.
The slim girls,
Yeah.
yes. But I saw the plus size models, and like women were coming out like, yes, we're thick or
We
bigger,
love
but
comfortable in
we're
our
comfortable, but we're confident. Tell me about that.
I think the first thing I should say is you can only find this on our platform.
Okay.
And that's the fashion.
Twalina
revolution.
Miss Curvy, stop showing
Yeah,
off.
but Miss Curvy was Miss Curvy, just Miss Curvy.
Okay.
But here it was
It's a variety.
variety.
Okay.
Yeah, slim ones and everything. When it comes to the plus size, when you look at the African woman, they are not slim.
Unless
Okay,
they go
like
to
the biggest percentage.
my
not
kid's
slim.
sister is always dieting.
That's the
I'm
thing.
like, Zora, what are you doing?
It's
for?
because they are always on social media.
I'm dieting. I'm like, calm
We are
down.
looking at what Western guys are saying. But the whole thing is, we want to celebrate the African woman. We want them to feel comfortable to love their bodies. Because, most of us are, okay, not me, but most of the African women are curvy.
Thank God.
Yeah. So, if you're going to create a platform where we're only, the African woman is looking at a slim person, then I'll end up saying we do not have clothes.
We're
These guys
left
don't
out.
Yeah, we are left out. These guys don't have clothes for us. So, one of our designers that day, JK Plus Size, is into that. So she showcased that.
Okay.
Wanting the African woman, the curvy woman, to feel loved and confident. You can walk on the stage with a slim person at the same time and love yourself and feel comfortable and dress well like them and look good like them.
She just told us one of your designers. So just take us through. You have a couple of designers who showcase on that day. Like, when is it this year?
It is going to be on the 6th of December. Yes.
A few weeks away.
Yes, just 19 days. 19 days, actually. And we have a couple of designers that are going to showcase. There are quite many. And they are dealing in a variety of kind of designs. There are those that are in glitz and
What did you say? Glitz and
glitz,
glamour? What's
yes.
that?
Glitters, like.
Oh, like
kind
your
of
jacket.
thing, yes.
Like
It's
shiny.
Yes, for celebrities.
I would want a jacket like that.
Oh, you have arrived.
Jacket like that but not the desk, maybe like a wedding or something.
Oh.
Okay, on the desk for my viewers.
Choose to be bold.
Yeah, you can choose to be bold, and then yeah, and then there are those ones that doing crochet. There are those that
What are those?
crochet. It's
Crochet
more
is more of threads.
threads.
You know, they use their handmade. They use hands. The threads.
The threads that you guys use for hair.
Yeah, but someone makes a cloth out of it.
So that's so hot.
No, it's actually
It's a soft
comfortable.
thread.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So like you had said, there's couture. Yeah. Vivian here.
There's
Go to
couture, there's
yeah.
glitz and glam, there's crochet, there's corporate wear. We have a variety of everything. There's casual, and there's office wear, all that.
So with the latest SOPs, is it going to be an online event?
Yeah, it's a virtual event.
Just tell us. Take us through
It's
what
a
people are
virtual
buying
event.
tickets. What's happening?
Actually, people are not buying tickets. They'll be watching on our channels, and that's the Fashion Revolution Expo Facebook and the Fashion Revolution Expo YouTube.
You want to do that again?
Yeah. You will get us on the Fashion Revolution Expo, that is on our Facebook page, and the Fashion Revolution Expo YouTube.
Okay, so
That's where we're going to
showcase it. It's going to be live.
Yeah, it's going to be live.
Yeah, but
There's no pain.
there's no pay.
There's no pain.
Okay, so
Just switch on the
so
channel.
does it have like a guest list?
just
Can I
have
get
to have
on that
already.
guest list? Does it because there are like 70 people allowed now?
Yeah, we have a few invites.
A few invites.
Yeah.
Bampe invite yangu na King Tiger. Now ikakuwa hiyo. Okay. So same venue, same
We actually not going to disclose the
disclose,
venue.
okay, yeah.
But yeah, the 70 people will be given the invites, and they will know the venue.
They will know
The
the
rest will watch online. Yeah, we are really sorry, but that's what the
what is here.
government.
Yeah, because I watched last year and I
So
was waiting for next year because it could have gotten bigger
Yeah.
because it started really nice. You guys had performance. You
Yeah.
have performances again?
Yes. we
Yes,
did.
yes.
Artists. I saw like 2 artists, 3
Yes.
artists.
Yes, we had 2
Okay, 2.
artists.
Okay. Same thing this time also.
Yeah.
Better.
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 Better, much better. We are
Much
on
better.
another level, so it can't be the same level
Yes.
like last time.
So
Yeah.
what do you think this expo means for the fashion industry of Uganda?
I personally think it is a turnaround because one, when you look at the fashion industry right now, they have been kind of like silent.
Okay.
You get, and we are rounding up the year.
Okay.
You get, and what is here? That is the Fashion Revolution Expo. You get, and look at the Fashion Revolution Expo. It is a combination of different talent.
Correct.
You get, some designers have been doing maybe something or something, but it is an individual thing. But now it is a united movement. What does that mean? When you are united, then you're conquering, deeper things, and you're attacking the fashion industry on you're taking the fashion industry to another level.
Correct.
And you're putting these creative minds all together, meaning the result that you're going to produce is very huge, and you're solving you're solving problems,
okay.
and different minds at it. Imagine what we are capable of doing.
Wow.
As fashion designers that are united.
That have come together
Our time is really well spent. We cannot exhaust everything in the 30 minutes on the desk. But as we wind this whole thing up, let's say you are in a position of power, let's say president.
Yeah.
What would you do first?
That is a little.
What would you like to do?
Right now,
Yes.
I would open churches.
You're in the office, open churches.
Before anything else.
You want people to die?
But what are you talking about? Church is where people come and get healed. Church is life to everyone, eternal life to everyone.
Would you open the mosques as
why
well?
would you? What?
Would you open the mosques as well?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is a wrap,
All the
ladies.
places of worship.
It is a wrap, ladies. Any last words? you want to say?
To everyone who is watching us, the Fashion Revolution Expo this time is a hit. This time.
How about the ones who have never watched it?
For those who have never watched it, you better watch this time.
Okay, so if they want to follow you, maybe to get updates of the Fashion Revolution Expo, what do they do?
They should follow us on our pages, social media pages. We have the Fashion Revolution Expo YouTube, the Fashion Revolution Expo Facebook, Fashion Revolution Official Instagram, and Fashion Revo at Fashion Revo is Twitter.
Those guys are going to be calling them. Do you guys have a number you can give them? They're going to be calling me trying to get to you. Don't call me, call this number.
You can call 0700801786.
You want to do that again?
0700801786. Or you can WhatsApp us on 0794848426.
All right, it's a wrap. Thank you very much for coming through. Nice to meet you, ladies. It is a wrap. Now, you are a very lovely audience, and it's been the two ladies from the Fashion Revolution Expo. It's happening December the 16th?
Yeah.
6th. The 6th of December, we're going to be having the Fashion Revolution Expo. Just hit them up on their social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. And you'll definitely be able to have them live. Now, from me and the entire 24 management, would like to say good night, good luck, adios for God and my country, and may the good Lord bless this beautiful Uganda. Now, until next week, same place, same time, and of course, same host. Good night.